Okay, welcome back to my favorite topic, consultations that explode your pay. This is lesson 2. If you haven't already watched lesson 1, do that now. It'll give you a home court advantage. This particular conversation is we're going to be talking about the 3 parts of the top 20 signature consultation. Now, as you recall, in the last lesson, we used this concept called range of consultation, and basically it was a metaphor that illustrated an ordinary, average, traditional, mediocre, blah, blah, blah consultation, and we were really pointing to something that really transcended that. We called it a top 20 or a signature consultation. This particular lesson, I really want to focus in on the signature consultation and specifically the 3 parts of the signature consultation. What I thought we would do in this particular conversation is I'll just give you a quick overview of the 3 parts, and then in the proceeding lessons, we'll take each part and put them under a microscope, and I'll give you some script and as well as other materials to support that. Now, the 3 parts, as I see it, is the opening statement, the body, and the close. Note that in the opening statement, I'm using the same color, green, and the same 2 points. And then in the body, it really implies that we've got a lot more content there. Let me take you through each part so you can see the connection, especially between the opening and the close. Now, in the opening statement is all about you getting your guests' attention. How? By telling them what you want for them. And there's 2 key points that you're making as you're getting their attention by telling them what you want for them. Those 2 points are, you're promising your guest that you're going to give them a look. Key word there, my friends. A look that's going to make them feel great. A look that they're going to love. A look that when they go back to their world, they're going to be getting the kind of feedback that really make them feel good about their self-image. And then the biggie, in addition to doing that, in addition to fulfilling that promise, you're also going to teach them what they need to do in order to recreate that look when they're on their own. This opening statement is vital. You get those 2 points in the opening statement, and you're going to see that you've set the stage for additional services, retail, and rebook. I mean, take a close look at this. A look which makes you feel great. Well, what are we going to need to be talking about there? Well, in addition to what the guest is scheduled to receive, there's going to be some other additional services that you're going to need to call on to create that look that they feel great about. You see the connection there? And then, of course, the biggie is if you're going to teach your guests how to recreate their look at home, in the opening statement, you're basically setting a stage so that when you get to that part of the process and begin talking about the products that you're using, the products that you're recommending, they're going to see the connection between the retail conversation. Okay, I get it. I need to be using this to recreate this look at home. These 2 points, your guests want these. You want this for your guests, but your guests want these from you. Oh, I hope you're getting that. Now, the other part of the consultation then is called the body. And frankly, most of the consultation training you've received in school, as well as once you've graduated from school, really the focus has been on the body. It's all about you helping your guests to find a look that they're going to love. There's a lot of question asking there. There's a lot of listening. There's a lot of paraphrasing, meaning that you're giving your guests back to them what you heard them say to make sure that there's no gap between what they're saying and what you're hearing them say. This is where you begin drawing on one resources, visual aids like your lookbook. There's many of you now that are using electronic lookbooks, digital lookbooks. Some of you are actually taking pictures of your work and showcasing your work and putting that work into your Pinterest book, and you're using that in real time. But regardless of what resources you're using here, the body is all about helping your guests to discover that look that they're going to love. Third and last part is the close. And the close is all about now getting two agreements from your guests. One of those agreements you've been talking about for the last 5 to 10 minutes inside of the body. It's that first promise you made to your guests, and that is that they're going to go home with a look that they're going to love. By now, you found that look. You've talked about that look, and now you're getting a formal agreement from your guests that starting now, that look that you've discovered is going to be a work in progress, something going to start today and carry on the next time they come in from the appointment that they've rebooked. Hint, hint. So, and then last but not least, it's the agreement that you're going to get from a chemical service or an additional service that you might have recommended, because you're going to need that service eventually to finish off the look. Now, if this is not fully clear to you yet, it will be in the preceding lessons, because in those lessons, I'll actually give you some script. So what I'd like you to do now is just kind of summarizing. We talked about the opening statement, the close, the body of your consultation. So this is really what makes up a top 20 signature consultation. What I'd like you to do now, between now and the next time we come together, is to as you go back, and I'm sure you're going to be doing a lot of consultation work between now and the next time we talk to each other. So henceforth, get mindful of the consultations you've been doing. Does your current consultation have an opening statement? If so, does that opening statement contain those two vital points? How mindful are you when you're asking questions, listening, paraphrasing, using lookbooks, etc., that this is the body of the consultation, and that to the degree that you get specific there, you're going to find the look. And then the biggie, the real biggie, does the consultations that you've been currently doing have not only an agreement on the look, most of them do, but the biggie, are you recommending services at the back end of your consultations, services that you're going to need to complete that look? So having said all that, giving you some things to think about, I'll look forward to seeing you next time we come together. We'll take each part and I'll begin giving you some script. See you then.